low key, my tolerance level is low. People say, oh, empathy. Yes, we could have empathy, but understand, you're gonna live a peaceful life when you live a life of zero drama, zero nonsense, zero BS. A lot of people, since they don't have their shit together, they're not assets, they're liability. They don't control their environment. Like I always say one thing, I don't control anything, but I do control everything. I don't own anything, but I do own everything, right? In another word, that's why I tell people, elevate yourself, raise your standards. Because when you elevate yourself, not just personally, but also professionally, you get to pick and choose the people you have around.
What are you going to do with that money, man? How are you going to make the capital work? That's what it's really all about. Welcome to Capital Games, a podcast where we'll talk about financial fitness and investing. My name is Sam Arekasima.
You don't need to be 18 to buy your first home.
No, I'm your host. On this podcast, we'll cover a variety of different investing. Over the years, how many businesses have you been involved with, either creating, funding, or just really getting involved?
People have the resources. They're just not resourceful.
Well, because I think when you're talking about even a millionaire, we're really talking about his mindset, right?
How about online? How about if I don't even have a dollar from my name?
You have an idea?
Woo!
And then the lender's going to typically give you guidelines. They're like, we're only going to give you this money if this property makes X amount of dollars. So when you're running your numbers and the bottom line is negative, the lender is not going to give you a loan because Welcome to Capital Games. I'm your host, Sam Arekasima. Today we're going to be interviewing businessman Carlos. We're going to talk about his life, his story. We're going to get into everything that's made him who he is today. And this is episode 2. Please tune in for other episodes. Subscribe, share, like. Let's get right into it.
Carlos, how you doing, my brother?
Excelentemente. How are you, brother?
Excelentemente bien. Thanks to God.
Amen.
And thank you for the opportunity for having me in your podcast.
Absolutely.
You know, so I could be able to tell you and the world my story. Because my story is my glory.
Amen. So let's get right into it. So real quick, a little background. I met you at the gym actually years ago, but I think in the past few months, we really kind of connected and we kind of locked in and working on some different things, some different collaborations. So I know you more from the gym, but I don't really know like your story and how you became who you are. So let's start there. Tell me about your early beginnings, your early childhoods, like what has made you kind of who you are today. Let's start from there.
Okay, let's go back.
Way back.
Way back. Okay, first of all, I was born in Dominican Republic, right? In the 90s. I'm on 90s boy. Right. 1990, to be exact.
All right.
So when I came from Dominican Republic, I was 9 months, based on what my family told me. Obviously, you know, I was a little baby. My mother came when I was 8 years old, but it was my grandmother that brought me to the country. Okay. My father's mother. I'm beyond grateful with God and my grandmother, because thanks to God and thanks to her, I'm obviously in the United States, you know, with a better opportunity, if it makes sense. Probably if I would have been raised in Dominican Republic, I don't know where probably I would have been at right now, you know. But since my grandmother brought me to the country, it gave me a better opportunity when it comes to education. Yes. You know what I mean? Because I was born in Villa Altagracia in Dominican Republic. Villa Altagracia is right next to the capital. Okay. It's like 40 minutes away from the capital. But it's poverty. Okay. Right? So from my mother's side, they're poor. Right? They were poor. Because now everybody's like, you can tell, you got me, it's a big difference. Yeah. Right? But from my father's side, they were the rich. You got me? Okay. So I have a poor family and a rich family.
Okay.
Right?
Rich dad, poor dad.
Rich dad, poor dad, yeah. So I came, they brought me to the country, and since 2 years old, they used to babysit me in my uncle's store. Shout out to my Uncle Freddie. You got me? That's my father's brother.
Where was the store?
In Passaic.
Okay.
In Passaic, Monroe Street.
So at 2 years old?
2 years old. Because the thing is, you know, traditional business owners, my grandmother, obviously my uncle's mother, my father's mother, right? When she was working, right? When I used to come out of school, or they used to babysit me in the furniture store. Like instead of, because I was the oldest of the boys. I have a cousin, her name is Emily. She's older than me from my father's side, right? But I'm the oldest when it comes to the male. You got me? Yeah. All my father's brothers and sisters, I'm the oldest, right? All my cousins are younger than me, right? So making a long story short, they used to babysit me in the store. And because my father, low-key, he's a daily drinker. Okay. You got me? My father only got to 5th grade. He's not a bad person, but he didn't become his best version. So he motivated me to become my best version. he's the reason why I decided at a very young age to self-educate myself. Because every time I used to hear, my father only got to 5th grade, and I used to see my father, okay, he knows how to read, he got me right, this and this, that, but my father, mentally, he's not crazy, but, when a man or a female doesn't educate themselves, you could tell a big difference by the way they act, how they move, how they talk. You got me? They lose their temper. They go from 0 to 100 real quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't think.
Yeah.
You got me? They act out of emotion. You got me? Make sense?
Yes,
and they try to escape reality too.
Yes.
Because they get frustrated.
The drinking.
They get frustrated. They get stressed, anxious. They're trying to escape something. Even if they are not aware, or they don't tell people, or they're like, oh, no, I'm good. Bro, you're trying to escape something. Because if you got to drink every day, what you trying to escape? Yeah. You got me? So at a very young age, I learned the power of working hard. But I used to see my father and everybody working hard. But I like working outside the box. Like, I like thinking outside the box. So I said, how can you do this in a smarter way? For example, in the furniture store, my father, he was part of the delivery. You go buy furniture, he was part of the delivery crew. You got me? He'll drive the truck with a few guys to deliver the mattress, the sofa, all the furniture, right? But then there was salespeople. But then there was, my uncle, the owner. So my uncle was actually my motivation. You got me? So I used to see how my uncle moved, how he operated. You got me? How he dealt with people. You got me? How he dealt not with just the customers, but how he dealt also with the employees at a very young age. You got me? So I saw my uncle and I saw my father.
Tune into Capital Games if you're looking for the best investment advice, business information, anything that's going to help your mindset going forward in your life and your journey to make it to better yourself. We're on once a week. I'll be joined with different guests and we'll cover a variety of topics. Hope to see you there.
They're brothers, but one had abundance and one was in scarcity. One used to tell the other what to do, you got me? And one used to listen to the other telling him what to do.
Who was older?
My father's older than my uncle.
Okay.
That's the crazy thing. You got me? So I'm like, yo, how the heck my father's older than his brother, and his brother is his boss. You got me? So all these little things were part of my motivation. You got me? So first of all, I never let my uncle pay me. Never let my uncle pay me. Because I was beyond grateful and thankful that my uncle had me around in the furniture store in the first place. You got me? Because my uncle was doing it obviously because I'm his nephew, but also because of my father.
So what age were you started working at the furniture store?
They used to babysit me since I was 2. But since a little kid, like I started walking when I was 9 months. I was very independent. I was the type of kid, because I have a lot of aunts and uncle. They want to carry you, this, that. I was always that type of kid that I had all the love from everybody. But guess what the love I wanted? My mother. And that's the love I didn't have around. My mother came when I was 8 years old, but when she came, I didn't even want her love no more. She got pregnant by my brother, my brother, like my brother was born, this and this, that. I'm 8 years older than my brother. And making a long story short, that's how I basically started my journey. And when I was 10, then I started working with Arabics from 10 to 16. But when I was 14, I opened my first business.
Wow, where was that?
A call center in Passaic, right? I had 6 employees. You got me?
A call center?
A call center.
Okay.
Unlocking phones.
How did you get the idea at 14 to open up a call center for your first business?
It was an online business. So I had a website. The name was Direct Unlocks. You got me? Like the direct source to unlock phones, right? So I had the website. So what I had, it was basically people calling all those stores. They used to go on the Google, Google search or the yellow pages back then. You got me? And they'll call all the cell phone stores. But then I also had people go to cell phone stores, like knock on doors and give them credit. That's why I'm so big on credit. Because even though, even if I didn't have it, I gave people credit. Because that was a way to get the customer. But I always had it. It was funny, right? Because I'll give a person, for example, I'll give them $1,000 credit. But that's just numbers in the computer. It's like a bank account. They'll see it on the portal, so they can unlock phones. So each phone, they'll charge them $10, $15, $25. So they'll send the serial number of the phone, the IMEI, right? And then my system will send them back a code, right? So I had another person, inputting the codes manually. So I had different suppliers, right? That business helped me travel to a lot of states, bro. Like I've been to a lot of states here in the United States. You get me?
So you were traveling to different states for the business to do what exactly?
To get more customers. You get me? So I used to take people also with me, employed.
Yes.
To travel, different part. And they used to also put me, to go to seminars, events, because I was mainly in the phone industry, right? Because I like communication. When I was 10, literally I saw, this is the thing, I went to, when my uncle had the furniture store, there were cell phone stores, right? So when I was 10, I was already working. So I was already getting money, if it makes sense.
Yes.
But the money I was getting was straight commission. Because I never wanted my uncle or nobody to pay me. Because I already knew the difference between profits and wages. I used to see that my uncle used to pay the employees at the end of the week, wages. He'll literally make one sale, and that the profit just of one sale is enough to cover all the employee payroll, bro. Serious profit. He'll buy a table. I use that example a lot. $200. Let's say $100 for the table, 4 chairs, 25, 25, 25. That's $200. He'll go and sell it for $1,000, bro. Plus delivery, taxes, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh, hold up. That's profit. Because I used to remember when the delivery used to come, the truck trailers to bring the delivery to the furniture store, to the suppliers. Yeah. I used to love seeing the invoice to double check, the quantity.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Price.
Price to make sure. But my uncle used to get credit. Net 30, net 90, net 60. I'm like, hold up.
So
what is this?
He's not even paying for the stuff.
He didn't even have to pay. So I'm like, yo, hold up. My uncle getting credit for the stuff, 90 days. And on top of that, he's selling the stuff. But remind you, he got 90 days to pay for this.
Yeah.
Right? But this order is like, he'll literally $30,000 order.
Yeah.
The truck trailer bringing, right? I'm pretty sure the supplier was making money on top of that.
Of course.
$30,000 minimum, they were making at least $8,000 from that $30,000. So they don't mind giving credit. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yes, it makes a lot
so
of
essentially, they knew that they were going to be selling at least $30,000 to that same customer, minimum every 3 months. And here and there, they were going to need little things still.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to be part of the business side, not the employee side, right? Time is not money for me. I said, I refuse to accept the pay in exchange for money. Meaning, give a schedule, get a schedule for money. Make sense?
Yes.
So, because I like freedom, bro. Low key, I don't like people telling me what to do. If I know that the floor is dirty in the furniture store, I'm the first one. They used to take the vacuum. Since a little kid, I see a table dirty, I can't see things dirty. To me, cleanliness is abundance. It's prosperity. Dirtiness is misery.
Yeah, cleanliness is next to godliness.
It makes sense? Yeah. I love everything clean, spotless, fresh. Siempre fresh, nunca stress. So, when I was 14, I started the call center. Because when I was working in the cell phone store, right, I was getting just straight commission. Let's say it was 30% commission. Because I already knew profits and wages. If I sell a phone, why would I want to get paid per hour?
Right.
I don't want hourly. It's like basketball. I want to get paid on performance.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I don't want a schedule. I'm going to do my own schedule.
Tune into Capital Games if you're looking for the best investment advice, business information, anything that's going to help your mindset going forward in your life and your journey to make it to better yourself. We're on once a week. I'll be joined with different guests and we'll cover a variety of topics. Hope to see you there.
Because I'm going to be here when it's busy.
When it's busy, exactly.
You got me? You're not going to stuck me here waiting for fucking customer.
And there's nobody
you got
here.
me?
Yeah.
Nobody here. I'm not coming.
Yeah.
You got me? Don't pay me. Don't have me as your employee. Have me as a partner. Right? Because I want equity. I want to help you grow. I want to help the rich get richer. You got me? So we could now duplicate the same store and put it somewhere else. That's always been my motto. And I helped them open 5 stores. I've helped a lot of people open in 5s, right? But by 16, I decided to quit the cell phone store, right? And simply open my own cell phone store, if it makes sense. Because I already saw that the people I was working with, they were bringing their family into the mix, right? And then I already had years working with them. This Joe Smo wants to tell me what to fucking do. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, you're not gonna come and tell me what to fucking do when I was the one that taught you, trained you, motherfucker. Yes. Sorry, bro, I'm not trying to curse. You got me, but this is Businessman Carlos.
Yes.
Street smart and book smart. I came from,
be your authentic self.
Bro, I came, Passaic, bro, Trinitario, DDP, Latin Kings, Cribs, Mala Salpatrucha, all these gangs never got in a gang. Thanks to God. You know why also? Wow. I always used to say to myself that people that, dime con quién anda y te diré quién eres y para dónde va. Tell me who you with and I'm going to tell you who you are and where you're heading. I always used to see that the people, the weaker they are, the more they like being in packs, in groups. The stronger people are, the elevation requires separation.
So let me ask you a question. Growing up in Passaic, dealing with all these different gangs, how did you avoid that at a young age? Because I know a lot of people who grow up in those environments, they really fall victim to that environment and they end up joining those gangs and it leads them on a life path that's not going to be, fruitful for them or their
Excellent
families.
Question. My ability to control my mind and not get influenced by external circumstances or people is my secret. My 5 pillars, my connection with God. I always knew there was a God, right? I always knew that if I connect with the Creator, He has my back. Just like Goliath and David. Yes. You got me? I was always that David. You got me? Respect, fear none. I don't know if that makes sense, right? I took care of my mindset because I always said what separates the best from the rest was mindset. I knew already these guys were escaping some type of reality because I already saw my father trying to escape reality by using alcohol. Normally, the gang members, they used to use normally drug. You got me? They used to, that was their escaping mechanism, right? Then working my body. I started working out when I was 14. Okay. So I started working out at a very young age. Probably that's why I'm 5'8". My father's 6'2". All my family members, they're all tall.
Got it.
You got me? My mother's my height. A little, she's shorter, like 2 inches shorter. But everybody else is tall, right? My emotional pillar, right? I always, because the thing is, when I was young, I had anger problem. You got me? I had big time anger problem. I couldn't get mad. I was very positive, but when I say I had anger problem, I just didn't, let people, get their way with me.
Yes.
I didn't let people tell me what to fucking do. Try to influence me or try to project fear. I was the type, I respect you, bro, sis, but I don't fear you. I'll literally, we could literally go down right now.
If you want to go
you
there.
got me? Yeah. I probably had in my life over 200 fights.
Yeah,
that
sounds like an anger problem.
You got me? Yeah. But guess what? They start.
You finish.
I'm a finisher, straight up. You got me? I don't look for problems, but I'm not afraid of problems. And I'll gladly say it here. In the professional level, business, street, I'm not a street guy. You got me? If I could fix things, I'm a strong communicator. So I've always been good solving problems. That's always been my strength. But some people, they attack. They solve problems in a different way. So when they try to attack, hey, I got to defend myself.
Yes, absolutely.
Make sense or no?
Absolutely. I agree.
Right?
You don't start trouble, but...
I'm like a lion, bro. I don't bother people. Or if somebody tries to bring some BS, low key, my tolerance level is low. And I feel like we human, we're supposed to have a very low tolerance level. People say, empathy. Yes, we could have empathy, but understand, you're going to live a peaceful life when you live a life of zero drama, zero nonsense, zero BS. A lot of people, since they don't have their shit together, they're not assets, they're liability. They don't control their environment. I always say one thing, I don't control anything, but I do control everything. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't own anything, but I do own everything, right? In another word, that's why I tell people, elevate yourself, raise your standards. Because when you elevate yourself, not just personally, but also professionally, you get to pick and choose the people you have around, right?
Absolutely.
Because the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Yes. So if you become quality, you're going to be selective who you let around you. So I've always been very selective who I have around me. Because I always understood that the quality of my life is also dependent on the quality of the people I have around. Right? So it's up to me to be around who I want to be with. Right or wrong?
Absolutely. 100%.
If there's gang members in Passaic, I'm gonna be on my own lane.
You don't have to
do
be,
you.
You can choose not to be around them.
If I'm playing basketball,
yeah,
they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. You got me? I mind my own business.
And then, so you talked about your 5 pillars. I think you got to the 4th one. I don't think you said the last one.
The financial pillar.
Yes.
You got me? I always said that we all humans are here with a purpose. What's your purpose? I asked myself that question at a very young age. Because remember, one thing that helped me at a very young age, probably not to get to know myself, because we will never get to know ourselves 100%, know thyself, but the pain of not having my mother around put me to reflect. So I was a lot of time alone. Remember, my father's a daily drinker.
Yes.
You got me? Even though the house is big, my grandma's there, my uncle, everybody, you know what I mean?
Your mom's not there.
My mom was not there, you got me?
Yeah.
So it gave me time to reflect, and like since a little kid, didn't cry.
Tune into Capital Games if you're looking for the best investment advice, business information, anything that's gonna help your mindset going forward in your life and your journey to make it to better yourself. We're on once a week. I'll be joined with different guests and we'll cover a variety of topics. Hope to see you there.
I was always the strongest one in the room, mentally tough. You got me? Probably all that anger, that's why.
Well, I think about it. What is a mother's role typically, right? It's to
nurture
and sometimes baby, right?
Yeah.
Your child. So you didn't really get that babying that the mother was there. So you kind of hardened yourself at a young age.
Right? Literally, we're a byproduct of our environment.
Yeah.
It's like a banana. You put a banana, in X environment or rip, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what happened with me. But by 19, 17, I already had 5 stores, cell phone stores. Because I knew
on those financial pillars now.
Yes. Because I said to myself before I had those stores, you know what made me stand out at a very young age? That I always had a side hustle.
Okay.
I was always the type of guy that even though I used to work with my uncle or work with the Arabs, I was always selling something. I knew that sales is the key to unlocking your financial freedom. If you are a good salesman, you literally gonna make it rain. Straight up.
Make the most money.
Salespeople make the most money, right?
Yeah,
but then I learned at a very young age how to leverage other people to sell for me, right? So I used to buy a lot of electronics, PlayStation, Xbox, because I was in school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, how can I serve these guys, these people things? You know what I mean? And sell phones, sell this, SIM cards, whatever I had to do. Thank God I never sold drugs, never did drugs, I have never drank alcohol. I never drank alcohol in my life.
So do you think you not drinking alcohol is as a result of you seeing your father abusing alcohol at a young age?
Yes. Yeah. Like, never drank alcohol. You got me? I've never been influenced. Even see my family drink, even with my own family living in the same household, I remove myself. I'd rather be in my room, creating, writing. I was always a writer.
What were you writing?
Bro, I was just reflecting. I love just thinking on paper. Everything, every day I start was in my mind. I could show you right now, like everything, every day. Look, if I go on my notes, every day, oh, look, I did this company today. Yes, I did it today, but it was yesterday.
Yes.
You get me?
Yes.
But you see, in my mind, look, everything.
So you're just kind of writing down what you're thinking.
Everything. Listen, you got to think on paper. One thing that could drastically change your life if you're intentional, writing your thoughts.
Do you also write down your goals as well?
Of course, every single day. It doesn't matter how much I still write the 5 pillars. I still write be, do, have. And I still write, bro, you got to write down every day.
Explain be, do, have.
Be, first of all, you got to become. I tell people, let's start with what you want to have. Start there. What you want to have, right? The minute you already know what you have, you write a vision board. You want to have the dream car, all the material things you want to have, write it down. Because people are normally the shiny objects, right? Write it down. Yeah. So it could give you motivation. Those are the rewards. But now, what's the risk that you got to take?
Exactly.
No sacrifice, meaning no risk, no rewards. Right? In a scale. Big risk, big rewards. Reward. So now you already know what you want to have. That's your side of the scale of what you want to have, right? Now, what you got to become. and then what you got to do. That's the risk and the sacrifice you got to take. What you got to be, when the financial pillar, you don't want to be an employee. Forget about what you don't want to be. Focus on what you want to be. You want to be an investor. Instead of basically starting at the bottom of the mountain, how can I start at the top of the mountain? The 4 levels of value creation. How can I start using an idea, the imagination? God created the world, imagination, vision, right? People perish because of lack of vision. Proverbs 29:18. People perish because of lack of knowledge also. So I start from the top to bottom. So imagination, communication, unification, implementation. You know how people are trained? They're trained to be workers, not thinkers.
Right.
They start from the bottom. Implementation, time is money. They don't even know, they will never become a leader because they need to be told what to do. If you don't discipline yourself, somebody else is going to discipline you. If you don't discipline yourself, the world's going to discipline you, right?
Yes.
That's unification. Then there's communication. The minute you open your mouth, you reveal to the world who you are. So I could sit here and talk everything I want to talk. Unless I have alignments with what I think, say, and do, I'm not going to have no credibility, right? I wouldn't be in the level I'm in if I wouldn't have alignment with my thoughts, what I say, and what I do. I just don't go say I'm going to do something. I work hard in silence and let my success make the noise. So be, do, have. What you got to become, for example, if you want the dream home, you got to become a landlord. I don't want to be a tenant, but focus on becoming a landlord, right? If you want the dream car, what you got to become? You will never have the dream car, the dream home, unless you become a business owner, right? So financial freedom starts when you understand that nobody's going to basically give you security. I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of
Where there's a
sense.
will, there's a way. If you don't find a way how to work on your dreams, somebody else is going to hire you to work on theirs.
Yes.
I decided at a very young age to help my uncle out of gratitude. I don't know if that makes sense,
Yes.
right? Yes. Grateful with my family, if it makes sense. But then when I was 10, I decided to work in communication because I like phones. I wanted it to be communicated, you know, to call my girls, you know, hey, mom, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
The next cell, you remember?
Yes, the chirp, the chirp.
Chirp.
Yeah.
You got me the ringtones. You got
All
me?
that.
So the phone was an essential tool for me to, you know, because since a little kid, one thing about me, I'm going to say this to the world. Bro, I didn't have my mother's love, but I'm blessed. Bro, I'm beyond blessed. Bro, I'm one of the men in this world with the most abundance when it comes to like females loving me. Bro, I could literally tell a female like, yo, go get another man.
Tune into Capital Games if you're looking for the best investment advice, business information, anything that's going to help your mindset going forward in your life and your journey to make it to better yourself. We're on once a week. I'll be joined with different guests and we'll cover a variety of topics. Hope to see you there.
Bro, and they'll pick me over other men. Yeah. Since a little kid. It's just, you know why? Because I live a life with no attachment. The minute I was not attached to my own mother, what makes you think I was going to be attached to a woman? Okay, to a girl.
Sense.
Makes sense now why I act the way I act?
Sense, yes.
Right? Like, yo, girl, like my mother, I didn't have to nurture him from my mother. Like, I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Like your love is like, nah, like I'm a popular loner. Like, women, I always get the kind, loving, nurturing. You got me? Those women that want to give me everything, the world. And I like push them away. Like, I don't like being kissed that much. You know, some women tell me like, yo, but before, like, yo, you don't kiss me. You know this.
I think, like you said, your environment and your upbringing makes you who you are.
But bro, it helped me.
Well, I think because now you're going back to when you were younger, you didn't get that from your mother, so now you don't need that from your partners that you're with. So, and most women aren't used to that because that's what
and
most
you want
guys
to laugh? Women normally say they want a nice guy. When they get the nice guy, they want the type of guys like me. Straight up, with that balance. Nice, asshole. I'm serious.
No, of course.
Be nice. They'll play you out. Yeah, they'll take you for a ride. Not just women.
They'll take advantage
Even
of
in
you.
Business. That's why I've been good in business, because you got to have character. That's why I teach character. As a coach mentor in this stage of my life, willing to share my blessings back with others, paying it forward, right? My purpose is to help people accomplish their dreams. But you will never have the dream home, dream car, unless you become a dream, you start with your dream business. We create business or real estate opportunities that help build our network and income while everyone else is trained to look for work. Why ask me for a job or JOB or just over bro when you could ask me, hey bro, I got this idea, Carlos, businessman Carlos. I want to partner up with you. I want to work with you. You got me? I know you could mentor me, coach me. You know, how can we take this idea and turn it into a reality? An idea is just a dream without execution, brother. We can help you. We could help you close the distance between an idea and money, right? I could help a person literally take an idea from A to Z, because that bridge is one thing. A, B, C, D, always be closing deal. You can literally present your business idea to an investor, and they'll, just like Jeff Bezos did, Mark Zuckerberg, you got me, Elon Musk. That's how all these billionaires done it. Yeah. They raised capital.
They raised the capital.
You got me?
They had the idea.
OPM, other people's money.
They needed the money to execute.
That's not illegal.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Now, we invest on the project, right? And we turn it into a reality. Because when God gives you a vision, he's not asking you to check your bank account. He's telling you, hey, I gave you a vision. Have faith. Have patience. Work on the vision night and day. Not night and day. Obviously, you got to sleep. But chase the vision and the money's going to follow. Because money is a byproduct of value creation. If you focus on value creation, all the money in the world is going to come to you.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
That's my main focus all my life.
So,
helping people.
Businessman Carlos, that's the brand that you have created. When did you get that idea, and when did you really start promoting that? And I'm assuming it's because of your past experiences with businesses. Yeah.
People, everybody, you know, when I was young, they used to say, oh, Carlos, the one with the braids. Because I had long braids. Okay. Right? Then I got the nicest cars. Oh, Carlos with the nice cars. Okay. Right? But also they used to say, Carlos, the one that he works in business. Right? So when I opened my business, oh, businessman Carlos. You got me? So when I heard Jay-Z also say, but that's not because of Jay-Z, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Yeah. It always resonated with me. You got me? Because I always knew I was the business. You got me? Because I always knew that business grows like the leader grows. If the leader doesn't grow, the business doesn't grow. You stay stagnated. Yes. I don't know if that makes sense. So true. Right? Because I was able to bring awareness to my uncle. I was able to bring awareness to the Arabs, and they used to grow. Because I used to tell them, hey, bro, let's open this business. I always had that eye since a little kid. They always knew, people in general, that I was different. I was always in school, that different kid type of thing, if it makes sense.
It does. So over the years, how many businesses have you been involved with, either creating, funding, or just really being involved with?
Straight up, over 100.
Over 100.
Over 100. Okay. Straight up. At my age right now, over 100. Over 100.
And of those 100 businesses, what do you think was your most either fulfilling and then most financially lucrative business?
Obviously, real estate. Yeah. You got me? But the best business always been myself. You got me? Because the thing is, the more I've leveled up mentally, what separates the best from the rest is mindset. You're able to make money with an idea. And at the end of the day, all the businesses I've been involved is by people perish because of lack of vision. It's by me helping people with a vision, with an idea, turning that vision, that idea into an opportunity, right? Writing a business plan, turning it into a business, actual company, right? And then us getting funding for it and us trying to make something happen. Yeah. A lot of business, obviously, like basketball, you know, I'm not going to say they all succeeded. You get me? A lot of businesses also have failed because I only come in as the investor. But when I basically come in as the business owner and investor, they succeeded. Right. I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes sense, because that's more of almost a private equity firm type deal where you're investing in the business, but you're also using your skills and experience to put into the business. That way you can take it to the next level.
Anything I touch, home run. Since a little kid. I wanted it to become a millionaire by 30. That was my goal. I did it by 17. But it was not the money. When I became a millionaire, I didn't even know I was a millionaire. I don't know if it makes sense.
No, it makes sense. Right? When you got your head down and you're working,
like all the money was coming in. Yeah. You know, you see yourself literally every single day You got me collecting every day $30,000, $50,000 per day. Yeah. You're like, yo.
Tune into Capital Games if you're looking for the best investment advice, business information, anything that's going to help your mindset going forward in your life and your journey to make it to better yourself. We're on once a week. I'll be joined with different guests and we'll cover a variety of topics. Hope to see you there.
You could literally blow 50 grand today because tomorrow you're going to get what? 50 grand.
Yes.
You got me?
Yeah.
Then the next day, okay, payroll's 30 grand, no problem. Because the next day, I'll get another 30, 50, 100 grand. Right. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Right?
That's good.
So that cash flow, that money coming in, you get me? But one thing about me, something I love about myself, since a little kid, I'm addicted to investing, bro. I touch $100, I was finding out, what can I buy with this $100 to turn it into 150, 200?
Exactly.
So now you understand, like, it is a problem, low key.
Yes.
Investors, we have a problem.
Right, it's an addiction.
It's an addiction because you don't know when to stop. Right. But now I learned how to stop, if it makes sense, right? Because I'm not a saver. I save in inventory, you know, in my net worth, yes, in cash flow. You got me? That's my saving. Yes. You got me? I don't measure in my assets, yes, right? But other than that, like, bro, life is easy for me. You know why? Because I learned how to do what's hard. When you do what's easy, your life is hard. Exactly. But when you do what's hard, your life is easy. Yeah. I made my life completely easy.
So let's bring it kind of full circle now back to where we are today. And kind of, like you said, you've done businesses, you've made a lot of different money. Now you're really focusing on helping people. What's next as far as your steps? What are you working on currently to help people to build upon what you've learned in your past and how you're going to move forward?
It was an excellent thing that you brought that up because I don't do it for the money. Never done it for the money, bro. I've never been driven by the money. See, we all humans have different things that motivate us. We're driven by different factors. I was never even driven by the women. I put business first over women, over pleasure. Serious. Never been that type of guy that my desires control me since a little kid. Like, I'm the type of person, if I want that ice cream, I could tell myself mentally, you ain't getting that ice cream. Right. I'm that type of guy. You get me? And you could see it in my body. You could see it in how I move overall. And that pride helped me also in my personal life with women. Like, it doesn't matter how bad the woman looks. You think you're good? You think you're good looking? I'm gonna make sure all the guys look at you. I'm not gonna look at you. Hablamos el martes. See you later, girl. And then I saw something before I answer your question. Me being different put me in a pedestal around women and just in people in general. Because they used to see I used to go against the grain. Right. When it comes to male relationships, business or personal, I used to stand out. Female, forget about it. Because, you know, females, they're used to getting a lot of attention.
They get their way. They get their attention, yeah.
But I became so valuable at a very young age. I became so valuable in people's life overall that I was an asset. And I'm like, yo, why is it that I attract so many people? But why is it also that I'm so popular, but I'm also a loner? I'm a popular loner. I love and enjoy my alone time because it gives me time to seek more truths, yes, to question why this, why that, why that, why this, how that. You get me? Because every level, I'm like questioning, how can I get to the next level? I've just been driven Kaizen to 1% better. But to answer your question, bro, in this stage of my life, you get me? I always been in the transformation business because I said at a very young age, I'm going to transform my life. Okay. You get me? I'm going to take all the rocks, all the bricks they throw at me, and I'm going to build my empire. I'm going to build a castle, mansion. You get me? Not just for me, but for others. Because I'm not doing this for the money. You get me? But I love helping people. It fulfills me. One of the sweetest joy next to, you know, is helping people.
Yes.
I'd rather help people than literally sleep with a woman. I have 3 daughters. Okay. 3 different baby mama, if it makes sense. Bro, I've been gifted with women, pound to pound. Like, bro, I've been gifted. You know Romeo Santos?
Yes.
He got no sauce next to me.
What you say is no what? No sauce?
No sauce.
Okay.
Bro,
hey.
Women are people who say, yo, why he flexing? That's not a flex. Bro, sis, when a man, you know why I love bringing this up?
Why?
We men, we're born valueless. You see this bottle? It's full, right? Because I filled it up. But when a man is born, we're born valueless.
Yes.
Women, when they're born with the value,
'cause they can
with
bear
their bottles
children.
full.
Right.
So as a man, when you become valuable, you could flex to yourself. You have me? Or women like, yo, it's good. Especially when women know there's other women that want you, they value you more.
Of course. Yeah.
But when a woman know like she's the only one
That's all she's got, they treat you
you know what I
differently.
mean? She'll treat you like,
Yes.
like you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You gotta make yourself so valuable that even when she looks around other guys, she'll be like, damn, this guy, I can't replace him.
Right.
He's so
nothing
valuable
better. There's nothing
overall.
better. Yeah.
You get me? Because a lot of guys think that it's buying them stuff. Yeah. I'm not buying you shit. Fuck out of here. I'm the fucking catch. I'm the price. You don't know who am I? I'm Businessman Carlos. You didn't know that? You got me?
Yeah.
I'll put a business for you, baby girl.
Right.
I'll take you out of your employee mindset. You got me? A real man will not have his woman as an employee. You know what business people normally do with their employee? They want to Shazam them. Straight up. Straight up. When you're in a position of power, women are more vulnerable with you.
Very true, which is why we've seen a lot in the Me Too movement in the past couple of years.
Right or wrong?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's why as a man, you got to elevate.
Yeah.
In order to elevate, you got to separate yourself. Yeah. If you see everybody who wants to be an employee, they're trained to look for work, you say, hey, I'd rather tell people what to do than people tell me what to do. Right. Now there's levels to that. I'd rather have the business owner as my employees.
Right. So I think that's what I was kind of trying to allude to before. I see you working with different people and trying to help people become the business. So what programs or what things are you working on right now to help implement that?
You see, I always have done this, but it's traditional business. Right. The minute we do the buildings, mixed use, apartments, right, and retail location.
Tune into Capital Games if you're looking for the best investment advice, business information, anything that's going to help your mindset going forward in your life and your journey to make it to better yourself. We're on once a week. I'll be joined with different guests and we'll cover a variety of topics. Hope to see you there.
As a visionary, my thing is to basically come up with a concept and start a business. You remember, real estate is only worth what the business is worth,
right,
bringing in, right?
Yes,
because the business are the one paying the rent.
Right, the income determines the value of the property.
The rent roll.
Right.
Right? So, making a long story short, I'm as a visionary, I have good taste. When it comes to branding, organizing, and making business pop out, stand out. Like I have that eye. You got me?
Yes.
I always been gifted, right? So I always been in a position to tell people, hey bro, hey sis, I can help you. I'm an investor, right? I can help you because I always been an investor,
yes,
right? I could help you turn your dreams into reality,
right?
I could help you transition from that employee mindset. You got me? So you could work on your dream vision, whatever you're passionate. Let's turn that into a business, right? I don't want that much percentage.
Right.
You got me? We negotiate something.
And you're going to use your experience to get them to the top instead of them taking the stairs.
Yes.
You're going to help them take the elevator.
You work in the business, I work on. You got me? Just what I bring to the table,
right,
it will literally impact more than what they bring to the table.
So we're about to wrap up, but I did want you to touch upon what you're doing with the Wealth Map Summit.
Okay.
And what your plans are and how you're going to be rolling that out and what's to come with that.
Okay, the Wealth Map Summit is an event. Obviously, I'm the type of person that I always said at a very young age, before I gotta beg others for a seat, I'll create a table, right? And seats for others. I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
See the podcast? Yeah. I used to record. Shout out to Kearney Studio. Shout out to Kearney Studio.
Yes.
Shout out to Kearney Studio. Okay. I used to record in Kearney Studio, right? Making a long story short, you know I'm very me, authentic, raw, bold, no filter. You know, the employees were leaving Kearney Studio, if it makes sense. Because I talk a lot about transitioning from the employee mindset
to the business.
Opening your business,
yes, becoming
an investor business, right? So bringing awareness. Making a long story short, I'm here bringing so much, which my podcast, you guys could tune in to my old podcast, CMR Podcast. Right. But I have now CMR Podcast Network, if it makes sense. But CMR Podcast, You could watch some of the things I used to do in that studio, right? Pretty much, oh, you can't record here because what you're talking about, ta.
Censorship.
Censorship. I'm
Yes. So you created your own studio.
fuck, bro, I had the mics, I had the fucking building, I had the cameras. I'm here just because I'm all about delegation, outsourcing. Yo, bro, seriously, my type of mics, I'd rather pay whatever dollar amount for somebody else to do the work than for me to do the work myself or for me to handle people doing the work. I delegate everything.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Right? Like for our video, I delegated.
Yes.
I paid straight up.
Yes.
You got me? Like, why would we sit here to try to learn video editing?
Makes it
Right?
so much easier.
Like, what we look like? You got me? But making a long story short, when they close the door on me, I open doors for others. Right? I don't know if that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
I'm not gonna charge the people I have around to record because I'm a long-term visionary. We could become partners, right? And the Wealth Map Summit, I want to give people the map to wealth, a massive action plan. People don't know that they can leverage a coach, mentor, or coaches, mentors in the organization.
Yes.
You're a coach, mentor too, but you're also a public speaker. Do have. You got me? Well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Character. They will never be free till they become a business owner. So we want to help people transition automatically and become a business owner with us, partners with us, right? The foundation of money is what? Credit.
Yes.
They don't know that they can leverage my money, leverage your money, leverage all the money of everybody in the organization. Because we help people. When I say we, I'm even include you,
yes, absolutely.
right? Because you're part of the organization.
Absolutely.
We help people transition from that employee, time is money, to where with money, they can make money. So the money that they get from funding, from becoming a business owner, that money, we're helping people get their first home, right? Also, get their dream car. Right. Don't settle for an average car, exotic car. Because now that exotic car, they can use it for marketing purposes to attract more people, right? But the first home, the most expensive bill is the rent. Why not turn that liability into an asset? Also, the car is going to be an asset, not a liability, right? But everything started with the business, right? And that's how you build your collateral, right? So remember the 5C, apart from Carlos. Helping with everybody. But simple, just helping people with a map to wealth.
Excellent,
you got me?
excellent.
But people that don't understand that the map to wealth, money comes last in the list. Financial security. Everything starts with a positive mental attitude. And this is where I cannot do it alone. I need people like you, Sam. I need people like Jayandi. I need people like Vanessa, Emily, everybody else in the organization. I do have over 50 people like that. But not everybody is into communication, right? A lot of people, they're still in implementation, which I still help them. But I've noticed when I help them get money, when a man with money meets a man with experience, I keep the money, they keep the experience. So they don't want to do the inner work. And what they don't understand is that the inner work determines their inner worth.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you don't do your inner work, when you go to the marketplace, you're just going to let anybody determine what you're going to get paid.
Versus what you feel like you're worth.
For example, I tell the world, businessman Carlos, 1 hour of my time is $250,000.
All right.
I'm going to tell you why. If I could help a brother go from 0 to $1 million, and I could give you a map, and I could literally prove it, right?
Yeah.
And I could take the person to $1 million, wouldn't you give me 250?
Absolutely. And let's end it on that note. So, again, thank you so much, Carlos.
No, thank you,
appreciate
brother.
you.
I appreciate you
thank
from
you
the
for
bottom
your
of my
story.
heart.
And stay tuned, guys. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. I'm going to be working with Carlos with the Wealth Map Summit. I'm going to be trying to help people building businesses.
We don't try.
We're going to be helping people. We're going to be building businesses. We're going to help people get their dream home, dream house, dream car. If you are that type of person and you're looking to get help and fulfill your dreams, tune into the podcast. Tune into
Contact Sam.
Contact me.
Contact Sam.
Tune into CMR Podcast Networks. You can see me on Instagram, Sam the Investor, Sam the Realtor, Capital Games Cast. Hopefully, we're going to be sharing a lot of information and really trying to help as many people as possible. Tune in, subscribe, like, and share. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me, Sam,
Absolutely.
and I hope you guys loved it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.